Hello and welcome to a bite-sized view update on an MSI MPG GUNGNIR 110R case. Now this is a mid-gaming tech. It does fit an ATX motherboard full size, and I had a few questions about the airflow. So I'm going to show you how the airflow actually works with the glass panel that's at the front of this particular case. So first off, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour of it fully assembled. So you can see the fans are all functional, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are the 4 RGB fans that you actually get with the case. Additionally, I've added 2 fans at the top. Now these are some basic Arctech fans, nothing special, but you can of course add a liquid cooler, which there is plenty of room to attach that to your CPU. Now I've got a stock cooling CPU added there. Anything else is just not necessary for a Gen i3 processor. But I guess if you wanted to overclock, then perhaps you should consider a liquid cooler. Now, if we're interested in the airflow, you can see at the front of the glass panel, which here goes all the way down. Now people are concerned about how the airflow would be through the case, how the aeration would be. In the middle, there are clear gaps all the way down. Sucks in air, and inside the case there's a filter which stops any dust, which is very well. On the side of the case, the grills go all the way down, also suck in air. At the top of the case, an additional grill, again that sucks in air, and at the bottom of the case, another grill that sucks in. So if you ask me, plenty of airflow. Taking a look inside the case with the glass off, I can feel a lot of air pushing through a lot, so no need to be concerned about airflow. Even if I take this is on a low setting now because it's not particularly high. You can see from in the corner the CPU temperature and the fan. Look, hold a post-it note. You can see that clearly moving, and these are even not set at a high. Working particularly hard, a lot of flow. Here at the back of the case, the one fan which is here, again you can see a lot of flow. I do stress this is not on a high speed setting. If I go to the top, well, that's not going to work. Top there, see taking a look inside my particular setup. Now this is by no means a super expensive setup. It's actually pretty budgeted. I've purchased a Gigabyte 1050 Ti Nvidia 10. Now this is not the latest graphics card, but it performs pretty well and for what I want to use it for. On the other side of the case, it's worth noting that there really isn't that much room for the PSU, the power supply. This is a 750 MSI. I really wanted just to have a MSI setup. Now, it's a little cramped, especially if you're going to use the hard drive bays, of which there are 2 over here. I managed to find the space for the wires, so try and get a modular PSU so you can have those options. Have a CPU that's not modular, may struggle to fit everything in, but it is a compact case. It is to be expected. Just be aware that plan ahead, that have a look at the measurements of your power supply to make sure that it is going to fit, because it really was a bit of a struggle to get everything squeezed in. If anyone's got any ideas how I could improve this, bit of a jumbled mess, it's never going to be on display, so I guess it doesn't matter, but they do give you plenty of space in the corners over here for you to hide everything. You've got straps as well to hide the wires and seal them in. But if you have a look at the top here, little hooks which you hook things onto any wires to clip them, or they do actually come with cable ties for you. And down the side here, more ways to hide the wires all the way down. There's a little hole up here for you to push them through. Again, that's actually a little bit of a struggle to get them neat. And under here as well, see where I've pushed them in. So really be aware about that power supply when you're planning to do it. There is an additional SSA for you to clip on, and it's hidden away, which is very welcome. This that you're looking at here is the hub for the RGB lights. There is space here for an additional RGB light. I guess you could do that for the cooling, liquid cooling, the MSI one in particular one, RGB fan light. This was already assembled when I purchased it, so I had to take these out and apply the power supply to the motherboard behind it, so it'd hold it nice and flat. Is one way that you get everything closed. On the back of the case, we can see we've got plenty of options. Actually, we've got a quality gaming motherboard that you can apply and make that look really nice and neat. That is the RGB band that came with the case and already. A nice touch are these grill bays. They actually slot in and slide off and save those. So instead of snapping them off on a cheaper case, you tend to snap these off, and that's it. They're done. Attached here. Nice that you save those and slot them back if you. At the bottom, the power supply. Hit him. It didn't seem completely even, especially on the side. Found it might have very slightly slanted. I think perhaps inside the case is a little bit of a sponge and a filter sucks in it. That must be kind of giving it a slight imbalance, but nothing really. The filter under the power supply is really welcome, because this is going to be sitting on the floor and it suck up any dust, so that is very welcome. Okay, so I'm going to do a stress test using NovaBench. Now this is a pretty basic stress test. The case itself has the glass panel back on, screwed in, and the back panel also screwed in and back on. Everything else is as it is. It's sealed and the fans are on and applied. I'm going to go ahead and see how much of a difference we will see in temperatures. Let's start that test. Can't currently see any much difference in temperature changes. The other test you can see in the corner there with the Samsung is NVMe drive. I thought it would be quite interesting. Temperature, that does run hot. So not really. The core CPU temperature has pretty much stayed. This has been on, and that's pretty much how it stays. I'll leave it on all day. It may go into hibernation, but really not much change in temperature in that case. Let me just have a look at this NVMe and see if I can refresh that. Okay, that is my Evo drive, which is a 2.5 SSD. No difference. And really no difference in the NVMe. The NVMe does have shield frozer on it, which is cooler, but this is pretty normal for a temperature of 43 degrees for it to run. Apparently it runs better when it's a little bit hotter, obviously not too hot, otherwise you just later. That brings me to the end of this bite-sized view video. If you found it helpful, click like. Or if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section. Bye.